Hey everybody, welcome back to Bush League Bushcraft. Thanks again for watching. Really appreciate your support. For today's video, I thought I would talk about the very basic bushcraft gear that I have. To date, thank you, Leaf, got hit in the head. All I've got to date right now is my knife and the Zippo kit that I'm going to go over in a little bit more detail. Just want to walk you through all I've got right now to get started, other than the tarp that I bought and the cordage. I'll show that in another video. But in terms of actual tools, I just thought I'd cover what I have and show you how little it takes to really get started. I'm going to adjust the camera and I'll be right back. And there we are. So just want to talk about what I have so far. I've got my SOG knife that I picked up 1995 at Tractor Supply Company, and I'll drop a link in the description. This is a fixed blade, 4 1/4 inch, and it's full tang all the way back. And you'll notice, if I can show you down the bottom there, it's got the grooves. This is actually pretty nice because that means I can bang things if I need to and not feel like I'm going to damage the handle. The blade, it's kept an edge okay. If you looked really closely, you'd probably see some nicks. The other thing I want to talk about is that it's got the ridge on the back. We'll make use of that in future videos. And it comes with a plastic type sheath. I'm not sure the exact material. One thing I do want to point out, if you can see it, is that it's got the notch with the blade exposed so that you can cut cordage with it. The other thing that I really want to talk about is the little Zippo kit. You've seen a few of my videos, I'm assuming, with my little Zippo ferro rod here, okay? And I'll just take that out for you. So the way that this works, it's got the ferro rod here, right? You can see it getting worn down a little bit. And then on this side, it's got a chisel edge. Hoping this shows in the video. It's got a little bit of a chisel edge and some sharp edge on the side to scrape. But what I really like about this is that it came with a collapsible bellow, right? So you can extend this and then you can blow, right? And it will hopefully provide enough oxygen to an ember. I have not yet used it, but I'm looking forward to it. But again, it's just, I think, aluminum, and comes with it. And then the other piece that it came with is this entire bag of kind of like candle wick, waxed something. It's a fire starter material. Again, I haven't really messed with this. I thought maybe we'd do a little bit today. And I don't know if you can really see that, but I'll try to break off some of it and show you. I don't know how well that's coming up in the camera, but it's fibrous and it's kind of waxy. Not actually 100% sure what that is. So if anybody knows, feel free to drop something in the comments. And so that's what I have. So I'm going to just see if I can get this to catch a spark. I don't know if you noticed the damp color of everything. Yesterday it actually rained for about 14 hours straight. So everything is really soaked. I'm in the tiniest bit of dry area that I have, just thankfully due to the trees above me. Quite a rain filter there, but everything else got pretty wet. And so I don't have anything to make a fire with. I just thought it'd be fun while I'm showing you my gear anyway. See if I can just get some of this to catch a spark and see what it looks like. This will be unique for you and for me. I'm not going to put too much. I had some comments from a few other people. Too many to list, really, but I'll drop the names in the comments. In terms of, I was smothering my other fires. So I'm going to try to go a little bit lighter on the material and see if that works. The whole rock is damp. There's some really dirty, wet stuff underneath. But the hope is it won't matter if I have a good fire starter. And we'll see if we can get that. So here we go. I'll just put this right on there and see if it catches a spark. Oops. All right, I'm going to try to regroup some of that. I'm basically just launching sparks into mud. Oh, come on, go. And I did it yet again. I was going to say, I don't know if you noticed, I actually caught the slightest ember. I almost made the joke about if I only had a small bellows pipe, but I managed to get it just on my own. So yeah, even though it's on wet yuck, and it took me too many tries to get that going, you can see it's actually a really good fire starter. Considering the whole kit was $14.99 at Tractor Supply, it came with the bellows, with a ferro rod and striker, and a pretty decent amount of that fire starter. This, if you use just a tiny bit and had plenty of kindling and other fire starter materials, that'll last you quite a bit. So I think it's well worth it. The ferro rod's a little bit short based on some of the others I've seen. And the striker I find to be a little bit awkward, you know, but that's what I've got so far. And so far, it's working out for me. I'm enjoying it, but I'll drop the links in the comments, rather in the description. And, you know, if you want to go and pick one up, I highly recommend it. I think it's got all the right stuff for you to get started with some fire starter, the ferro rod, the bellows. So I'm in just under $30 so far for these tools right here, and I've used them in pretty much every video that I've had, except for when I put up the tent, just because you didn't need a knife for that piece. Although I could have if I wanted to carve out tent stakes rather. So that's all I've got for you today. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks everybody for watching.